The importance of your personal story. The more influence you can create with your Facebook page, the more free traffic you will drive to your website. So you need to aim to be as big an influencer as you can. To kick this off really well, you need a convincing personal story. If you don't have a good backstory, then your influence will be extremely limited. It doesn't matter if the Facebook page is about your business or you as an individual. There's always a good backstory you can add. When you are coming up with ideas for your personal story, have the zero to hero approach uppermost in your mind. Zero to hero story. People really like a rags to riches backstory. You only had $2 in your pocket and the rent was due. Living in your car for a while was the only option. You tried so many times to be successful online and it wasn't happening for you. You spent all you had in training courses, but it still wasn't working. Your family thought that you were mad and tried to persuade you to get a job. You get the idea, right? What all of these things tell your visitors is that you were nobody and had nothing when you first started out. They will be encouraged by this, and it will give them hope that you have the answers to their questions. They will want to know what you did to make it work. What mindset changes did you have to make? What people did you have to connect with? What methods did you use to become successful? There are many more questions that you can answer when you have a compelling zero to hero personal story. Prepare your story. Okay, now it is time for you to prepare your story. We're not recommending that you are dishonest here, but you do want to paint the most desperate picture that you can with your story. Maybe you had a job that gave you a comfortable life, but inside you were miserable because you wanted to create your own destiny. There are a number of ways that you can make your personal story really impactful. The best way to start is to write down your struggle and how you got started. Commit this to your memory so that you can always tell the same story on your website, your Facebook page, and in real life too. Provide as much detail as you can in your story. Add in some high points, in other words, making your first sale online, and plenty of low points. In other words, you tried several different methods and none of them worked out, or you had to take a menial job just to pay the bills while you were figuring it all out. Show your visitors you are still human. One of the dangers of becoming successful is that you lose touch with who you are. This is not something that you want to do on your Facebook page or anywhere else for that matter. You do not want your visitors to think that you are aloof and unapproachable. A lot of marketers make this mistake. Don't add photos to your profile of your fancy cars and your fancy home. Some people will tell you that this is all part of showing your visitors what is possible. This is true to an extent, but if you overdo it, then you will just drive people away. If your visitors cannot resonate with you, then you will never get them on board. If it is well known that you are a marketing genius, for example, then don't brag about that in any way. People will be unable to identify with that. It is best to stay humble and remember your roots, no matter how successful you are now. Explain your journey in detail. Talk about the time that you had nothing or had not experienced any success all the way to that present day. Tell your visitors that if a nobody like you can do it, then they can do it too. Always remember that people will conduct further research on you to check you out. So your story needs to be consistent on all of your channels. Your website, your LinkedIn profile, your YouTube channel, and other social profiles. This is a good thing because it shows that the visitor is interested in getting to know you more. They want to be sure that you are the genuine article and not some internet fraudster. So ensure that there is consistency in all of your public profiles. If one of your other channels has a personal story that conflicts with your Facebook page story, then you will be in trouble. So take the time to check everything out and make any necessary changes. Your personal story really is critical to your influencer success, so it needs to be good and consistent. In the next video, we will discuss how to give your audience what they want. Giving your audience what they want. You need to know what your audience wants and how they are likely to behave to drive the maximum amount of free traffic from Facebook. If you already have a Facebook profile and have been posting content for a while, then you can use Facebook Insights to see what has worked the best for you. If Facebook is new to you, then you can use other methods to see which type of posts get the most engagement in your niche. We will discuss this a little later. Knowing your audience is critical to success on Facebook. You need to know who they are, where they are, and what problems they have. Using Facebook Insights to find content that works. If you have posted content on Facebook for a while, then it is really easy to see what content your audience responded the best to using Facebook Insights. By doing this, you can then plan ahead to create similar and post similar content as a way to drive more free traffic from Facebook. Go into your Facebook Insights, and below the overview charts, you can see data on your last 5 posts. Then you can choose to look at the data for all your posts by clicking on See All Posts. You will be able to see the reach of each post and the levels of engagement. The engagement metrics you are most interested in are clicks, comments, shares. The number of clicks is definitely something that you want to take a good look at, as this is the number of users that clicked through to your website. There are a number of factors that can influence the number of clicks that a post receives on Facebook. The topic of the post, the description, the type of content, text, image, video, etc., the day the post appeared, the time the post appeared. We recommend that you use a spreadsheet here such as Google Sheets and add your most clicked posts to the sheet along with the information above, post topic, description, content type, etc. This will provide you with even more insight into what works the best. The aim with your Facebook posts is to get your audience to click, so don't skip this step. Knowing when to share your Facebook posts is very important. There's been a lot of research in this area, and the outcome of this is that posting on Thursday through Sunday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. are the best posting times. This is general information, and you shouldn't take it literally. These days and times may not be the best for your target audience. You need to find out when your audience is around and post at these times. Facebook Insights will tell you when your audience is around. Under When Your Fans Are Online, you will be able to see the most active days and times for your audience. Pay careful attention to this so that you can schedule future posts to coincide with this information. Facebook has a schedule feature that is very easy to use, and you should use it once you know the best times for your audience. All you need to do is set a date and time, and Facebook will post your content accordingly. Avoid using clickbait. You may think that using clickbait is a clever way to drive free traffic from Facebook, but they have been clamping down on these types of posts for a number of years now. How do you define a clickbait post? Well, these have a degree of sensationalism about them that really mislead the user. A couple of examples will explain this more clearly. Movie star forced out of nightclub by security. This post does not reveal the name of the celebrity and is therefore withholding information from the user. Use this one trick to lose 14 pounds in 7 days. This is just a misleading title. A few years ago, these kind of clickbait titles would have got a lot of clicks on Facebook. As a result of this, they would appear higher in user news feeds to get even more clicks. But Facebook started to notice that the quality of the content that users clicked through to was poor quality. They did some user research and discovered that 80% of the time their users preferred to read headlines that actually helped them to decide whether they should click through to read a full article or not. Facebook then started measuring the time that users spent on the external page before they would go back to Facebook. The message is clear here. When you are creating your post for Facebook and you want users to click through to your website, don't use headlines that they will consider clickbait. You can do this by avoiding language that is exaggerated, misleading, and sensational. Tell Facebook users what they can expect when they click through to your website. This will help them to make the decision to click or not, and will keep you in Facebook's good books as well. When a user clicks through to your website, make sure that the content is related and that it is engaging. Keep them on your site as long as possible. Your website needs to have fast loading times and be optimized for mobile devices. You may think that this is obvious, but there have been thousands of examples where this was not the case, and there still are today. Forget about engagement posts too. Your aim with Facebook content should always be to gain as much engagement as you can, because this will ultimately lead to more free Facebook traffic. But you need to avoid tactics that try to increase engagement levels, as Facebook is totally against this. Facebook calls this engagement bait, and in 2017 they changed their algorithm to incorporate machine learning to restrict the use of these tactics. The algorithm change looked for posts that tried to persuade others to engage, such as asking them to comment, share, like, or tag, for example. The algorithm will restrict the reach of Facebook pages that continually use these tactics. So our advice is to avoid using these terms in your posts: comment, tag, vote, and like. It just makes a lot of sense to avoid doing things Facebook doesn't like in an attempt to get more clicks. Stop making image or video posts with links in descriptions. Facebook wants you to share links using their native link posting feature. They do not want you to add an image or a video and then place your link in the caption. You will clash with the Facebook algorithm if you do this, and you will find that your reach becomes restricted. Always use a link post. Facebook wants you to do this so that they can create a preview which includes the headline, an image, and a description. They believe that this enables their users to make a more qualified decision about clicking through. Using other Facebook channels to identify popular content. If you are new to Facebook, then this is a good way to find out what types of posts are popular. Even if you are an experienced user, you should be doing this as well. All you need to do here is use the search facility within Facebook by entering a related keyword to your niche and then finding Facebook groups where you believe your target audience would hang out. For example, you could search for "Make Money Online" and you will see a list of groups returned. You could also use search terms like internet marketing and work from home. Once you have the search results, then click on Groups in the menu bar. Now you need to join the groups that you think are right for your audience. Once accepted, you can take a look inside to see what topics people discuss regularly. Look for questions that group members ask and seek out posts that receive high levels of engagement. Make a list and use this for future post content ideas. In the next video, we will discuss the types of content that really drive free traffic from Facebook.